This is a video of the alleged shooter in a mixed martial arts event. We understand that he was into MMA. He also was a wrestler in high school. I spoke to his coach earlier this hour. He was an athlete. He's the one whose face is not blurred, for those of you watching. That is Muhammad Yusuf Abdul Aziz. Chris, when you hear all the things we've heard about him, you see him as an athlete into mixed martial arts, wrestling, a devout Muslim. His MMA coach was telling our Drew Griffin he would take out his prayer mat and pray in his office. His high school coach told me he would miss practice to pray, but he said he was a humble young man, a good student, and there was nothing radicalized about him. When you put all that together, what do you hear?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is I recall that one of the Tsarnaev brothers was a mixed martial arts or was into martial arts as well. The religious devoutness, it fits sort of a profile there. That means that he's susceptible to being influenced by people that he thinks are equally devout or more devout than him, probably over the internet. So if there was any radicalization here, obviously it happened over the internet.
So I want to ask you about that because the FBI obviously right now is working overtime, right? They're desperately trying to figure out what the motive might have been. They don't yet know what it was. But if it happened online, is that something that possibly was missed? I mean, I know that it's almost impossible to find everybody, but they are trying to keep a database of anybody who is, you know, in a chat room or talking about ISIS or talking about anything radical.
Well, yeah, the FBI can't be everywhere. The rules have changed since 9/11. And before 9/11, the FBI couldn't just surf the internet and go into blog sites and chat rooms and just surf and look for people who might present a threat. Now they can do what they call a threat assessment and do just that if there's some credible information that something is happening. But this is really tough. This is if he is in fact a lone wolf terrorist. It's like trying to find a needle in a stack of needles. The only people who can really be the early warning system, if you will, are people that are very close to them.